Hello, how are you
Hi.
guys? Oh my god, have you noticed the difference? It's the nighttime edition.
Late at night.
ASMR. I think I would have been so good at ASMR.
I agree. I think your voice is incredibly calming. I think I'm too jokey. I would be like, hee hee.
You'd be like, are you listening?
I'm sorry, that was my queef.
Is this how it gets late at night on the pod? We get a little bit spicier.
Spicy.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, should we introduce ourselves?
Of course.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Lynn.
And
we're
we're just two
girls.
girls.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. This is a special edition of the podcast.
Yes.
We're gonna actually have a topic today, not just straight yapping, mostly yapping. Let's clear this up. Today we're gonna talk about
Conspiracy theories.
conspiracy theories. Amanda and I are gonna teach each other about something we learned very shortly. We did not give ourselves too much time to learn about
No,
this.
literally, this was a text exchange, and we're talking about this, period. So,
Period. Did a quick Google search.
literally, I was like, conspiracy theories. So don't quote us on anything. We
Nothing.
have absolutely no idea what we're talking about. Capiche?
Yeah. So correct us in the comments.
Absolutely. Let us know what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we're just two girls. All right. So who wants to start?
You go first.
I start. Okay. So I'm going to tell Amanda about something I learned a few years ago, actually from another podcast. Because I was telling Amanda, I love true crime podcasts. I love all sorts of like storytelling. I just love storytelling. And I learned about this, and it's been in the back of my brain itching since. And it's called Project Stargate. Project Stargate.
Project Stargate. I've actually never heard about that. I swear to God.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly.
You're going to love this, actually. I really also thought that you would appreciate this more than most people.
Especially since I love true crime. If you ask any documentaries, I most likely have binge watched them all, literally.
I love that.
So I'm curious.
I suck at sitting down and watching a show. So for me, listening is like the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And also, I feel like this is very inspired by, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but a podcast called Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered. And basically, they research stories very shortly, overhead, high level learning. And then they come and they talk to each other about it. So I think this will be fun. This will be a special edition. If you guys like it, we'll do this more. So, Project Stargate.
Okay.
Back in I don't remember the year. Back in the day, the FBI decided to do an experiment where they tried to train people to have psychic abilities.
What?
Yes. And this came out not that long ago, like proof that they did this and proof that they were successful about it.
This is for real?
This is for real. But people don't really believe it. And other people are like, guys, there's living proof that this was for real. So they would do this thing called remote viewing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I don't exactly remember how it worked, but point is like one person's in one place and they would give them like coordinates or something.
Mm-hmm.
They would give them something, but they wouldn't tell them what they were looking for. And the people would tell them where they were. So they would try to use it for like the war and shit. So to find like kidnapped Americans, like to try to find out what the enemy was doing. It's kind of fucking crazy. So basically, there were 3 people who were really known for this, like who were part of this experiment. And I don't remember not if they were like actually already psychics or if they were just regular people that they kind of taught how to be psychics. But it would basically be like they would be in certain conditions, like staring at something for like prolonged hours until they would like reach this like sedative state.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would be like, I want to say like sensory deprivation, like Stranger Things type shit.
Wait, were they like kind of like torturing them into like
Semi,
like
yeah.
conditioning them? Okay,
Yeah.
T.
And it wasn't always accurate, like
Okay.
the things that they would predict. That's why people are like, that's not true. Like they just guessed that. But there were a few cases where it was so specific, like the kidnapped one. I don't remember all the details, but basically they like found these Americans that were kidnapped and trapped in this place
By using the psychic?
by using the psychics. Like the psychic was like, we're in this dark room and we're doing this and we smell this and this is the person who's next to me. And they were like, fuck, we know where that is. And
What
they would go
the
and they
fuck?
found them. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that was a real thing. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it just proves that like there's so much that science can explain. Mind you, I love science.
Yeah.
I love like physics. I love all that shit that like explains the world, but it only explains to a certain extent, like even physics. Like when I was in college, I remember our professor being like, he's not saying like this is like to make you believe in God. I don't know what you guys believe. I don't care. I'm not religious in any way, but it proves a higher being that science has its limitations and everything else is open-ended and it's constantly changing. Physics only explains Earth, nothing else. Only
Quite
Earth.
frankly, I have no idea what the fuck physics is. Couldn't tell you.
I actually low-key love physics, but
This bitch is smart as fuck.
Physics is so cool though, because it's like, at what moment is this ball gonna drop? And it's like, how high was it? How much does the ball weigh? I'll tell you when it's gonna drop. Because
That's
like
what-
gravity. Yeah, there's like formulas for everything to explain how Earth works.
Girl.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
That laugh was atrocious.
But it was gorgeous.
Couldn't
I
tell
love
you.
your laugh. If I can
Couldn't-
contain it in a jar.
Literally in my head, I'm like, that's what physics is?
Honestly, they should have taught us physics in high school rather than chemistry. I don't know chemistry. I don't understand it.
I couldn't tell you what chemistry is.
Yeah, it's like mixing shit. When will I need to mix shit? But when will I need to explain the world? All the time. All the time. I'll find a moment to understand the world.
Dude, you know how you were like, I don't remember like social studies. I don't remember science
You don't remember science?
at all. Couldn't tell you. I remember learning about frogs, and then I remembered about biology, and then
I think that just like
crickets.
public school didn't stick with me. I don't remember anything. But when I got into college and I had to start taking like real science classes, like when I changed into my degree, that shit really stuck with me. I think because I was forced to like listen. But I'm like, damn, I should have listened harder. Maybe I would have been more interested in high
You don't
school.
understand, Lynn. I took math 5 times. I'm not kidding. I took math 5 times at Miami-Dade.
Are you good at like doing math on the fly?
Depending on what it is, I can do a 2 plus 2. Yeah, bitch, I got you. It's full. But you asked me what's 360 minus 27. I'm gonna be like, calculator.
33?
Couldn't tell you. I was
330.
never taught how to do
233.
math in my brain like that. I'm a person that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Literally.
I feel like I realized why I liked music when I started studying math. I know that
How?
doesn't make any sense.
I
But
mean,
what?
I'm thinking of like music theory.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what that is.
I was so good at music. I was a tutor, Miami Dade. I loved music theory.
Do you see how smart this bitch is? I love
Music theory was amazing. And honestly, I had to delete it from my brain to start writing songs because I'm like, I'm trying to make sense of it. Music theory is like, okay, I love explaining things in one sentence. So like physics, the explanation of Earth. Music theory is like a history lesson of music.
you. Okay.
You know how you listen to like a pop song now and like people are like, they all sound the same. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
the music of their generation all sounded the same.
Like samples?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Like it's the same notes but different words?
Or the same pattern and
Right.
different keys.
I
like
understand.
same shit. And then people just make a different little melody on top.
Yeah.
But each generation has their thing. That's music theory.
She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries.
She-
Brittany.
Brittany.
Free Brittany.
Fuck.
She's out, right?
She is. But Oh my god. Wait, you don't know that people are like, low key, we shouldn't have freed Britney?
Why? Who the fuck, bitch?
Okay, but all right, it's controversial. The thing is that Britney was under her father's
Right.
right?
Whatever that word is, that's fucking
Conservatorship, whatever.
yeah.
You know,
You got it.
I don't speak English, but
Maria.
Maria, Ling Maria Quintana. Just low key, that's my other grandmother's name. I don't really know her like that though.
Hi, abuela.
Hi, lady. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Okay, so Britney,
Uh.
her father, because she was like mentally unstable,
Mm-hmm.
so she left and she kept being mentally unstable to a certain extent.
Right, yeah.
So people are like, maybe she needed to be in that conservatorship.
Maybe she went crazy because she was in that conservatorship.
100%, but she's already there.
I know, she just needs help. She's just a girl.
But we took the help away from her when we removed her from the conservatorship.
She needs different help.
Yes, but who?
Someone that will actually take care of her, not someone that's like, we need to take care of her money. Like someone that actually cares about like her growing in her mental health and taking care of herself. And
but who knows? Like that's the thing, right? Nobody knows exactly
of course
what happened.
We only know what we see.
We only know what like we hear about and how they paint it for us.
Exactly.
So it's a little bit like, what if he was trying? What if, growth isn't linear? Maybe she had ups and downs and we only saw the downs and we were criticizing this. Who knows?
I don't know.
However,
fuck you, Jamie Lynn. Suck my fucking dick, you ugly bitch.
Fuck you, Jamie Lynn.
I don't fuck with
that
sister. Bitch. I don't fuck with that bitch.
Your sister.
That's your fucking sister. How dare you? Just saying.
I think that's something about like Hispanic people.
Yeah, for sure.
And also Cuban people in general, because I'm only going to say this because communism is like turn on your brother. Yeah. But that's the one thing that the Cubans never let go of. Or like, I'm not giving up my brother. So fuck you. That was your sister. That's the one person you got to look out for in this life.
Exactly.
My mom used to tell me, she's like, you need to love your brother more than you love me. Because when I die, that's all you have.
Damn.
Yeah. But low key, yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Anyway, Project Stargate. How do you feel about it?
I think that's absolutely fucking crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised because it's the United States of America.
It's the FBI too.
Oh my God. But I'm not surprised. I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded.
That's a good word.
Because I don't expect our country to like use stuff like that because it's not like legit. I don't even know how to like.
No, I know what you're saying.
Right?
And also because they paint it for us, like our society in the United States, that the only thing we could talk about paints like all these otherworldly things is like, that's not scientific.
Exactly.
That's so not real because it's not scientific.
Exactly. So that's why I'm surprised that they would use that, even though it's not like literal.
But that's why it was classified.
The
thing is like, and I wonder to what extent they enforce this. Like the FBI has to declassify files after a certain amount of years.
Right. And also, how do they find these people? Like, what is the whole plan? Like, what do you go through? Like hundreds and hundreds of interviews, or do you just find like
No, it's that's how close they keep an eye on us.
Well,
and they have forever.
You're watching me wipe my ass?
There's like this whole thing, at least in like computer science and software engineers, where it's like hacking, right? It's like getting into things. And it's like, if you get caught, like let's say you were hacking like a bank.
Yeah.
If you get caught, they either offer you a job or you go to jail. Either you work for me or I send you to jail. So you just committed a major crime.
That makes sense. No, yeah.
And they're like, you're really good. You want to work for us?
Yeah.
You don't want to work for us? Go to jail.
Yeah. I see that a lot. I'm like connecting it with like the mob movies. So you're like, oh, I got you. Do this, do that. I'll put you in witness protection. It's like, bitch, you're going to Sing Sing. Mm-hmm. So,
crazy. I just love knowing, like when they talk about aliens and like what's that place on that one street in like Texas? Route You know where they keep the aliens.
Route 66?
No.
No.
Where do they?
Area 51?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Area 51.
Area 51.
I wish I knew what was in there.
Well, aliens. Do you believe in aliens?
Of course I believe in aliens.
I believe in aliens too.
How can we be the only being
I agree.
in this universe?
I'm just like, dude, I love the movie Signs.
I've never watched it. Wait, is that the one with the cow upside down?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Cow upside down.
There's like another alien movie where the cow's upside down.
T.
Yeah.
No. Signs is by, I always don't know how to pronounce his last name. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, the one who did the other movie with the girl with the hair.
The Ring?
The Ring? No,
the girl with the hair.
That she was like
The Grudge?
Grudge. That wasn't her.
No.
That wasn't him.
Girl, I don't know. I know he did the others. He did. Junior's gonna kill me.
I don't think I've ever watched one of his movies.
I think he did that Bruce Willis movie. I See Dead People. The Sixth Sense.
That's the one I was thinking.
That's a fantastic movie.
I've never watched any of these.
But dude, Signs was probably one of the first movies that made me go, oh shit! It was so good. It's with a young Joaquin Phoenix, Mel Gibson, that little bitch Abigail Breslin or whatever the fuck her name is. Really good.
I'm so bad at knowing actors' names.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm throwing all
it's
this.
okay.
I'm like,
it's okay. They'll know.
But dude, that movie truly made me believe in like aliens, just because, you know, like when you're young, you're like, yeah, aliens exist. But like truly, they have to exist.
There's no
way. I also think that there's aliens in the ocean. Like deep.
Oh, wait, but did you see those videos? Speaking of conspiracy theories of like things coming up from the ocean and like there's fishermen like in these deep ends of the ocean and they're like, what the fuck is this? And it's that the aliens implanted themselves in the ocean. And it makes fucking sense because we know more about space than we do about our own oceans.
100%.
Why wouldn't they hide there?
See, we're onto something, man. We are cooking.
We're cooking here. Oh my god. Do you remember the Scholastic Book Fair?
Yeah, that's a tough topic. I was always really poor, man.
I was never able to buy anything but like erasers.
Me too.
Do you remember the ones that were scented?
Yes. The one that was chocolate strawberry and it was striped.
I had one that was like lemon blueberry. And it was blue and yellow, and I wouldn't even use it because it looked so beautiful.
You see, all of those would run out first because I would always go on the last day because, bitch, I was po.
Oh my god, I would go the first. I just love to look around.
I know, but then I was just like, it made me sad.
I get that.
I'm not a window shopper. It just makes me realize, like, fuck, bitch, I can't afford this shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I am a window. I go for the vibes. I love looking, and not gonna lie, when I got into thrifting, window shopping became funner because I'm like, I can make that. And I love to sew and stuff. So like I would go to the thrift, find something that I felt like I could make that from.
I love that you love to do that. Because again, I'm such a lazy cunt. Sewing, bitch.
It's not that hard. We should do it one day. I have a sewing machine.
Oh, honey, I would love to watch you. I will drink my drink and I'd be like, girl,
That's nice.
Make me a little hat.
I'll sew it for you. It'll be so quick.
Don't even play with me. I'm gonna fucking bother you on the weekend. Like, Lynn, can you fix my pants?
Can you fix my? It's actually my mom's house, so it's close to your house. Anyway,
I'm coming soon.
I brought up the Scholastic Book Fair for a reason because there was one year that my mom came to Scholastic Book. You know how sometimes the parents will show up? That was like such a special one because
I'm so sorry. That's delicious.
It's so good, right?
Oh my god, the passion fruit. Oh, okay.
And you didn't even want it, so I told you you're gonna appreciate it.
You told me.
So my mom came and we were walking around and she said that I could pick a book, so I picked a book about aliens. The worst decision of my life. I opened that book and I was so fucking scared. I had nightmares for a week. I had to hide the book to forget about it.
Why? What did it say?
It just showed pictures of like maybe there were aliens. But the idea scared me so bad. And the room that I had as a kid had windows on all three sides. JK, on two sides, but these huge windows. So I would have nightmares that I was laying in my bed. The way I left it, looked aside and there's an alien peeking out the window. So I had to hide it from myself and force myself to forget about it.
Oh.
Months after Months after, I was cleaning out my drawers one day, and my mom was like, "Felipe, come screaming at me, and I was like, okay. And I go clean. I found the book. I had nightmares all over again for a whole fucking week. I had to throw the book away.
Oh my god.
I was so scared of aliens as a kid. Like murderer, it's not gonna happen to me. Aliens, they were coming for me. I was terrified.
Damn. I loved them. I thought they were so
You wanted to get abducted?
No, I wasn't one of those people fucking bending over in the middle of the street waiting to get towed. No. Yeah, take me. No, I just thought it was really cool. I just thought they were fucking dope. I was never like scared of them, but I was also never like that's like the coolest. I want to meet one, be my friend. Like I was also like, okay, cool, stay the fuck away. Cool, stay up there.
You're cool up there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But what I was scared of is like getting murdered.
Okay. See, that's the one that was like, oh, that's unrealistic. But aliens are real. But getting murdered, like, what was your thought process that would scare you?
Well, I was always scared that there was going to be an intruder in the house that was just going to break in and fucking kill my entire family.
That's terrifying to me, though. That, like, scares me every night.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But that goes in hand with JFK.
Is that what you're going to talk about today?
I was. For some reason, this is one of my Roman empires. I was not obsessed, but I thought about it on a daily basis about JFK and his assassination.
Explain it to me, because honestly, I know people get obsessed with it. God knows why.
Fucking JFK.
JFK! Tell me.
So, I always thought it was just really interesting how a lot of people thought he was such a great leader. I don't know anything about politics. Don't quote me on anything.
Me either.
I know absolutely nothing. I was just fascinated by this because it was something that happened and it was really big in our history.
Mm-hmm.
The way I guess I was more interested in the way that he was killed because it was a drive-by essentially. Like it was in it was in Dallas, and it was I forget the verbiage, but it's like they were driving around like, oh, this is the president. Hi.
Like not parade.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't remember. Write in the comments. But the way that he was killed, his head was basically like shot off.
The one thing I know about the JFK assassination is the video of Jackie Kennedy.
Yes.
Grabbing his head.
Yes.
Like the piece of his head.
Yes, and she was hanging off the side of the fucking car.
And I'm like, oh, she loved him.
She loved that man.
She adored him.
God bless her soul. She was so ugly. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion.
What?
Yeah. She didn't.
Okay, low-key, yes. But it's because we're not used to the old money aesthetic. Like the real old money, not the, oh, I'm wearing white shirt. No, the real money faces.
I liked him better with Marilyn.
Do you think it's like something in her psyche that we're like, she's poor and she's hot? She was rich by then, but she used to be poor.
I just feel like Jackie looked like she had a stick up her fucking ass.
But she did. She was rich as fuck.
Yeah. But I just thought it was really interesting about how like it was this random guy. I have a feeling it was our fucking government. Like I feel like they just didn't fuck with him at all, and they were like, you know what? Let's get this guy out of here.
It's because he was young too.
Yeah.
He had new ideas.
Wasn't he a Democrat?
I don't remember.
Write it in the comments.
Write it in the comments. People are gonna be like, you guys don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
You bitches are fucking stupid as fuck.
We are.
But yeah, I think our fucking government killed him.
Oh my god.
And my reasons why is because they just didn't like him. There's no straight up facts. I just have a feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I haven't seen any TikToks about it. This is all straight off the top. I Googled fucking, what's the topic?
JFK?
No.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theories. I Googled conspiracy theories, and I scrolled and I checked some out. And you know what? I agree with this one. I think JFK was fucking killed by the government because they just didn't fuck with him and they didn't think his ideas were like legit. Also, he was Irish.
I don't know. Like, why would they not like him if he was Irish?
Because we're fucking racist.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah. They don't like anybody that isn't white.
But aren't Irish people white?
No, girlfriend.
They aren't?
I mean, they're white, but it's a different kind of white.
Oh. That's the kind of white that they're against.
Yeah, I mean, gingers are black now, so.
Oh my god, I love those. Those are so funny. Oh my gosh. But JFK, they didn't like him because they were ugly.
And wasn't he like a huge supporter of Martin Luther King?
He was? Tell me about JFK. I know very little about him. He was a supporter of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Write in the comments. Was he a supporter?
Was
I think he was. Yeah.
Is that the same era?
Yes,
That's how
the
lost
60s. No, the 60s. Yeah, yeah.
Were the hippies for JFK or against?
I feel like they were just against because they just didn't want the war. Like they were just like, fuck Vietnam. Like this is so ridiculous. You know what it is? Like, but you know what? The fucking moon landing was fake. That's the next one. That's my other big one. Mic drop.
Bah. Moon landing.
I feel like it was fake because you know what? In the fucking 60s, not for nothing, we're smart people, but we're dumb as fuck.
Compared to the rest of the world, dude, we were so behind.
Dumb as exactly. I think it was fake. I rewatched the video and I was like,
green screen.
Honestly,
not even like a fake set.
Like I know we're like a progressed civilization, but at that time, I really don't think like we had the technology to go to the fucking moon.
I agree.
I really don't. Like I truly believe that like I hope to God that it's true, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I feel
probably like Russia or something.
Honestly, yeah.
They were ahead of their time.
That's Vidania.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I learned it from the Princess Anastasia. Disney.
Such a good movie.
One of my favorite Disney movies. It has such great music.
But also, I loved movies that had a historical context, even if they were fictional.
Yes.
But like Anastasia in real life, like The Lost Princess.
Yes.
Her whole family killed in one sweep.
Yeah. Apparently, they were so like they had jewels on them when they were killed that the diamonds would ricochet off of their jewels when they were getting shot the fuck up.
Oh my god. So JFK.
The moon landing was fake.
Now, do you think JFK and Marilyn Monroe had a relationship? Because it's not confirmed, right?
Of course.
I definitely think so.
I think so. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the movie Blonde?
No.
With Ana de Armas? Mm-mm. Don't watch it.
Why? You think it's going to hurt my heart?
Yes. But also the way that Marilyn Monroe was portrayed was just kind of fucked, honestly. Why? They painted her like a sad, stupid slut, in my opinion. When that's not the case at all. She was just someone that needed help with her mental health. And of course, in those times, mental health issues weren't even like a big thing. You would just get a fucking lobotomy and they'll zip, zap, fry your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what happened to JFK's sister. JFK had a sister who was not mentally well and they gave her a fucking lobotomy and she ended her life in like a home. In like an asylum kind of thing. Because she just wasn't, and they didn't want to show that side of the family.
Yes. You know who else had that? Jackie Kennedy. She had they actually had a show that they mentioned in Gilmore Girls. Oh my God, hold on. Pause. We got to look it up. Okay. They mentioned it in Gilmore Girls. And Jackie Kennedy had two family members, Big Edie and Little Edie. And they had a show. I've never watched it, but I'm dying to. This just reminded me that I should look it up. Basically, they were weird. They were mother-daughter. And Little Edie, she used to be so beautiful back in her day, but she always was very attached to her mother, never married. And they lived in this gorgeous home that was slowly decaying because they lost all their money.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the gray something?
Yes. That they made a parody of too.
Yes, with Drew Barrymore.
With Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, I think she was in it.
Okay, possibly.
The Gray Palaces, the Gray
something like that.
I know what you're. I saw the documentary on Max, but
Okay, but did you ever watch Portlandia?
No.
Okay, but do you know Fred Armisen?
Yes.
Okay, he did a parody of that. Like one episode of this weird show that he had. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't Portlandia, but it was a different show he had. And he made one episode where he basically made fun of this. And it was like him and somebody else, and they were acting like Big Edie and Little Edie in this decaying house with this overgrown garden where nothing worked and everything was a disaster. And they were like hoarders.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were Jackie Kennedy's cousins. They're weird cousins.
Weird cousins.
The weird cousins.
Holy shit. It's giving The Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes. I low-key feel like my family's weird cousin.
Why?
Because, I don't know, I'm the American one.
You're the foreigner?
I am. All my family's like...
Kusamo! No.
Yeah! My family's like we're like the first generation in this country. Like me and my brother are the first to like grow up here. But other than that, we're like everybody else like recently here or like within the last decade.
Oh, I'm second generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was born in Cuba, but she left Cuba when she was like 3 or 4 years old. And then they came to the United States. But she didn't come to Florida until she was 18.
So where'd you grow up?
Louisiana, baby!
Louisiana.
South! She went to an all-girl Catholic school in the 70s. And then across the bridge, it was an all-boy Catholic school girl. This is giving, like, movie.
Yeah.
And then she went to prom with a guy who went to the other school. Oh. It was a whole thing. I think her school was, like, Our Lady of the Rosary. It was an all-girl Catholic school. Yeah. And she was, like, one of 3 Latinas.
Oh, my God. What did she say about her experience there?
I mean, it was cool. She had a lot of friends. A lot of them ended up being fucking hoes.
Catholic school girls.
Catholics, period.
You know what? Because you can confess. We're all sinners, right? I was baptized Catholic.
Huh?
I was baptized Catholic.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My family is technically Catholic.
I still identify as Catholic, but I'm just a little bit more spiritual. Like, I believe in saints and whatnot, so I don't really identify as, like, Christian.
I also feel like Cubans have a different version of Catholics.
100%.
Because, like, my family is Catholic, but, like, my grandma's always been a healer of sorts. Like, people always used to come to my grandma and I would see it.
And she would make, like, tinctures and whatnot?
Yeah, or heal them with, like, her hands. Like, it's so weird. Should I be talking about this? Like,
is it giving Reiki? Whatever.
Low-key, though, because her most famous one is, like, for stomach pains. Like, people would come to her because they're like, my stomach has been fucked up for a month. Horrible. And she would get oil in her hands and she would, like, massage their legs while, like, speaking her prayers. Bro, when they were done, shitting in the bathroom. Like, they would stand up and they're like, I gotta go. That's how she knew that she was done. My grandma.
She was too stunned to speak.
She was too stunned to speak. Also, one time I was just standing outside with my grandma. My mom has this beautiful backyard. Big, like your mom's. Like, big with the tree. You've been in my mom's backyard.
It's beautiful.
And we were outside and she was just, my grandma starts telling me, she's like, oh, you know your cousin, whatever? I'm like, yeah. She's like, when her baby was born, this was back in the day, his belly button was out. And it was so out that they told her that she needed a surgery. So I said, don't worry. And I put his feet on the tree and I said a prayer. The next week, his belly button was in. I'm like, what the fuck, grandma?
Bruja! Witch!
I love that though. Like, it's like, okay. And honestly, I have like a skin tag from when I was a kid. And I remember before my grandma came from Cuba.
I'm sorry. Oh.
It's like comes back and goes and it comes back. So point is, I was in Cuba. My grandma was still living in Cuba at the time. We went to visit Cuba and I remember we did like this little thing. I don't even want to talk about it. Point is, the skin tag went away. The next day it fell off. My grandma's like, we fixed the problem. That's it, Daisy. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
And it went away. It came back years later.
I mean, yeah.
Skin tags are just like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a genetic thing because she also has a lot of skin tags. But yeah, JFK. So.
Yeah. The moon landing was fake. They killed JFK.
And psychics are real.
Psychics are real. And I guess, what was the last one we talked about that we briefly threw in there?
Big Edie and Little Edie, weird cousins?
I mean, yeah, weird cousins.
Weird cousins. we want to thank you guys so much for all the love and like tuning in. It's been so nice to come here and just fucking talk to you guys and like say shit and have you guys say shit back. And it's just so fun. We love you guys. Sorry, we're going to be posting less frequently, but I got a job and a kid. Amanda's got a job. And
Yo,
a
we
family.
busy, dog.
We got
We
things
got
to do.
lives going. But yes, again, thank you so much for tuning in and taking the time to watch us and hear us. Even if you're driving, if you're watching folding clothes, it truly means a lot because this means a lot to us.
Mhm.
We're not looking for getting famous. We're not looking to, blow up and we are doing this to be ourselves and to be genuine and have a connection with others. And I love the fact that we've already gotten so much love in just 2 weeks. Like 100 subscribers on Instagram, on fucking YouTube is it's not 100.
22 subscribers.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. You know what? Next week it's gonna be
100. 100 next week. Get us there.
Suck my ass. But again, thank you so much. You honestly have no idea. I know the majority of it's like loved ones and like estranged friends, but even then, like, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much. And until next time,
we hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, do not quote us on absolutely anything.
We're having fun because we're
just two girls.
See
Catch
you
you in
next
a couple of
time. Bye.